Good day, grade 12 Del Pilar. For today's video demonstration, we will focus on the remote desktop services or the remote desktop connection. So let's start. First is uh, we will install first additional roles, which is the remote desktop services. So access again Neo and server manager. Again, we are on the server PC. So ayoko pagpalipat. So our example now, we are using the server PC or Adikita server yan ang nagko-configure. So open your server manager, click add roles, and then next, click on remote desktop services. So this one. Amot aton roles nga gi-install for this video demonstration. And then next, click remote desktop session host, install, next, do not require level authentication, next, per user, next. So kung may daka pa iba nga user accounts naging create on our previous video demonstration, you can add that. So type here like this one, and then okay, so ma-add here automatically. So kung may da pa iba, again, kung may da ka pa mga users nga ginhimo, so just click add, and then add those users para maka-remote ka pera during testing. So next, and then install. So let us wait for the installation progress. Again, we're still on our server PC. And then it says that you must restart the server to finish the installation process. So we will just restart this later. And then after you install that one, higher roles ma-reflect na nga na remote desktop services. So you are done with the remote desktop services installation. Ang sunod natin ulit yan is i-configure natin ang remote desktop connection settings niya. So the question is how will you configure? So on the server PC lagi hapon, click start, right click computer, left click properties, and then click remote settings. For server PC, you can click this one. So allow connections from computer. So the second one only. That is for server PC. But if you are on the client PC, so you will click allow connections only from computers running remote desktop with network level authentication. So after you click that one, click select users. Again, add all the users you created on your server. So after you add, like this one, check names, and then magawas ito nga din mga user accounts. So kung administrator, bisan yung kikilkulat AD and check names, magawas na administrator. Okay? So, and then click OK, and then add OK, and then apply OK. So that's how you configure the remote desktop settings for your client PC. So let us go back to the server PC. So tapos ka na mag-configurean remote settings both on the server and the client. So now the you will now access the remote desktop connection program and test the remote desktop connection settings. So how do you access the remote desktop connection program? Click start, type RE nala, and then ma-suggest na itohan mga programs that starts with letter R and E. So click choose remote desktop connection, and then para ma-access natin ang advanced option or advanced settings and remote desktop connection program, i-click natin ini nga button nga options. Because if you don't click this options button, you can only input the IP address of the computer that you will remote, and then you cannot type the username. So again, click the options button so that you can access the advanced option settings of the remote desktop connection program. So next question, what will you type in the computer and in the username? So amulati available nga text box here. So on the computer, instead you will type the computer name, you will type the IP address of the computer that you will remotely access. So example, kung ma-command prompt kita, ipconfig. So as you can see, the IP address of the server is 198.186.100.10. So diri siya tato nagta-type nga di. Kay diri man ang server nato nagre-remote and other PC man. So let us assume that the client PC is .11. So ang nato nagta-type nga IP address is 198.186.100.11. Kay amo man na nato nagre-remotely access nga computer. So we will type what is the username. So check kung anon username and client. So how do we check the username? So click start, control panel, user accounts, and then user accounts. So ano man nakikita. Disregard the EFG in HS because this is the domain name. So adilay at type. That is the username. So the username is administrator for the server. So for the client, let's assume the username is client PC. So amo tiyig ta type nga da. And then all the tabs waray ka nalalabtan only on the general tab. And then click connect. So after you connect, so ariton credentials, so you will type. So after you type the password, so may dama pop up nga da nga window nga yes or no. Click yes and then automatically ang client PC malag off. Tapos may da nga da magawas nga ang window han client PC amot ma display nga diha imo server PC. So that is all for this video demonstration. So if you have questions, so you can message in our uh, group chat or in the messenger. Thank you.